What up, what up, what up, and welcome back to another edition of Downrange Gaming Son-in-Law. You're expecting for me to be like, Downrange Gaming Son! Which one do you like better? But yep, I got the COD, Modern Warfare 3, and I like the game. I do. And all you fanboys are all about the Battlefield. Battlefield's dope, but I like the fakeness of Call of Duty. It's just more fun. And I've read a lot of people saying it's just Modern Warfare 2 with new maps. And I guess in a way it is, but it's always like the saying, like, why fix something when it's not broke? I like Modern Warfare 2. If they would have changed it too much, I would have been like, oh man, they ruined it. But they were smart. They kept it sort of the same, the graphics a little bit better, and they changed up weapons, stuff like that. So it's dope. I like it. That's my true opinion on the game. If you're into war games, I prefer this one over Battlefield. So if you're thinking about purchasing either or, this is my pick. And I just blinded myself and got a double kill with the shotty next to my body, son. Well, that's pretty much all I'm going to talk about the game. I'll talk about the game more in other commentaries because I know you guys want to hear some more military stories. And when I left you, I was still talking about tech school, police academy, and the Air Force. And I just remembered this one part of training that we had where we had to like go through different scenarios, like as if you're like a street cop. And they had like this, I don't even know what to call it. I forget what it's called, but it was almost like a virtual reality game. But you actually had like a 9mm Beretta and an M16 hooked up to like a video game, like a real one, but it was like modified, so it like had like a recoil, but it was shooting like it was like a video game. And I remember we had to like, it was like a test, so we'd have different situations. We'd be standing there in front of this huge screen, and I remember one of my situations was like there was this dude, I think it was a dude, he just was very, very mad about something. He's like yelling at me. And this is in the video game type thing. And I had to verbally talk back to like the screen, but it was kind of cheesy. They just wanted to see if you knew when to pull your gun out and shoot somebody or not. If you understood what situations you got in, if you were supposed to fire. And I remember the guy was yelling at me, blah, blah, blah. I forget what the situation was. And he reached behind his back and pulls a knife out. Now, at this point, what they taught us is I can draw my weapon now. He has a weapon. I draw my weapon out. You know, as long as he doesn't come at me in a threatening manner, I can't shoot him. And then he like takes the knife like he's going to throw it at me and throws it on the ground. But I shoot him. Bam! And I failed. And the instructor's like, you shot him, you failed. And I was like, damn. But that's kind of a funny situation. Someone's cocking back like they're going to throw it at you, but throws it on the ground. What do, you know? And it's kind of funny. Later in my military career, a situation like that actually presented itself. It was when I was in Korea. A woman pulls a knife. I'll get into that story once I get to Korea in my military stories, but it's kind of crazy how it came full circle. Oh, and I didn't shoot the lady, or did I? I don't know. You're going to have to wait to find out. And another scenario they had me doing in the virtual reality type game thing was, it felt like a straight video game. They gave me the M16 that was modified. You know, it had like a recoil. I guess they used some kind of air system to make it recoil, to make it feel real. And the scenario was like a bank robbery. And I just was in a bank just blasting at people. It was like a game. I'm like, this is awesome, you know? It was kind of funny because I remember after each trainee would do the scenarios, we'd come back outside and be like, what scenarios you get? What scenarios you get? I was like the only one that got the bank robbery thing. They're like, oh, that sounds dope. But I don't know. That was one fun thing I guess I can remember from training. Actually, there was a lot of fun things, but that was definitely one of the funnest. Oh, it just reminds me of, because I said I went outside. There was a lot of downtime in boot camp and in tech school. You know, there was always hurry up, now you gotta wait, hurry up and wait. And I used to play this prank, me and like two other my buddies in my like flight, we'd play this little prank. It was so funny. Like we would there'd be big groups of people at times, you know, just tons of trainees outside, you know, and it would be like three of us. We all circle around like a leaf, just a leaf on the ground, and just start pointing at it and be like, oh no, oh my God, you know, like it's something that's like so crazy. And like the biggest crowd would just start forming around us, like everybody trying to see what it is, and it'd be like so big the crowd would get, and then we'd just walk off and they're all looking like, what was going on? And it was just like a leaf. I don't know. I just thought it was a funny prank that we used to pull, and I remembered it because actually Ed Bassmaster, when we were over in New York City, was doing something similar. I was like, oh my God, we used to do that in tech school. Now, as you can see, I'm rocking the gold AK. I don't think the military, the U.S. military, really carries the AK. You know, like that's more like not our weapon that we carry normally. that I know of. I might be wrong, but as far as the Air Force is concerned, never. I never fired one until I did the gun range with Charles Treppianelli, like I showed you in the last video. And the lady, she was an ex-Army CADM instructor. CADM meaning like weapons instructor in the Army. And she was badass. She was really cool. But here's the video of me firing that weapon.
One-handed, jingle ass.
Jingle ass, huh?
As you heard, she tried to call me jingle ass, but when she called me that, if you go back to the video and she's like one-handed, I went right to one-handed. You could see kind of by her body language, she was kind of surprised. But she was mad cool. If I ever go back to the gun range, I'm gonna request her because as a character, she's really cool and it was funny. It made an awesome vlog. And speaking of AKs, you see the gold one here. There actually isn't an all gold, 14 karat gold AK that Saddam owned. Now, the U.S. military did like acquire it. I seen it. I never got a picture with it. I wish I did. It was when I was deployed in Kuwait during Operation Iraqi Freedom. So I will talk more about that when I get to my deployment in the military stories. Also, going back on when I said the U.S. military not carrying the AK, like I said, I might be wrong, and I know special forces will they do some crazy other stuff that no one really even knows about. Like I've seen special forces running around on camels with their civvies on, you know, just like, you know, like trying to fit in. So I take it back what I said. And when I say about civvies means civilian clothes. Like that's what the U.S. military would refer to, like when we're like, oh, can we wear civvies tomorrow? Or that's civilian clothes, not uniforms. Well, I'm getting close to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the commentary once again. So please give a like and a favorite. Actually, let's see if we can get this video on the homepage. Like I see a lot of gaming channels on the homepage, and I think they get it through favorites. And these are like kid gamers, not you. There needs to be a military veteran gamer on the homepage. What do you guys think? You think so? I think so. You know what I mean, son? Anyways, yeah, I just got killed here. I got the kill cam. Somebody told me if I go prone with these bouncing Betty things, I won't die. So look, I'm standing there. I'm prone, right? It still gets me. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.